Hey guys, what is up? This is Mr. A. Crizzy here, and in tonight's movie review, I'm going to be doing a movie review on the new Netflix film which just came out today, and I just watched it on Netflix this morning before seeing Despicable Me 4, and this review is on Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F. Yeah, the fourth installment of the Beverly Hills Cop series, which is also named after the theme song itself by Harold Faltermeyer. So, in this movie, it's basically about Axel Foley. Like how Eddie Murphy's back as Axel Foley, who played from the previous Beverly Hills Cop films. And after 30 years, they decided to make a fourth one with Eddie Murphy back. And so, yeah, the basic plot of Beverly Hills Cop Axel F. The basic plot goes like this. After his daughter's life is threatened, wisecracking detective Axel Foley teams up with a new partner and some old pals to turn up the heat on a conspiracy. And of course Axel Foley has to do whatever he can to try and salt this conspiracy, and of course he's back for another funny action comedy that it just pretty much it's basically how Axel Foley has to do whatever he can to try and salt this conspiracy, and of course fight a bunch of bad guys with some gun shootings and all that. But yeah. So before I get into my actual thoughts on the movie, I just want to say, guys, about my thoughts on the previous films in the Beverly Hills Cop series. I just revisited the first Beverly Hills Cop not too long ago. I just rewatched the first one, and I actually first watched it back in 2021, and this was actually my second time watching it. So I gotta say that the first Beverly Hills Cop is very awesome, and I think it's one of Eddie Murphy's best films ever. Yeah, because even my dad loves it too, because my dad's a big fan of Eddie Murphy. So yeah, the first Beverly Hills Cop, it was the best one out of all of them, and I rate that a 10 out of 10, like a 5 out of 5. The second Beverly Hills Cop film, I mean, it's pretty good, but like I said, actually I'm going to say right now, it's not as good as the first Beverly Hills Cop, but it's a pretty good sequel to the first one. I would rate that 3.5 out of 5. Yeah. As for the third movie, though, the third movie was, because I can see why critics and people thought the third Beverly Hills Cop was the weakest out of all of them. But for me, I thought it was okay, but it was just pretty weak. Yeah, and I would rate the third Beverly Hills Cop, which was released 30 years ago in the year 1994. I would rate the third one just 3 stars. It was just average. And I would also think John Landis, I think was a bad choice to direct the third one as well. Because we all know what happened to him, for that unforgivable thing that John Landis did. I mean, it's a long story. One of my Facebook friends told me. Yeah, but yeah, and like I said, after 30 years, Netflix decided to make another Beverly Hills Cop film with Eddie Murphy back. Since Eddie Murphy hasn't really been in anything lately except for like Coming to America, which was released on Amazon in 2021. And how does this one turn out? Beverly Hills Cop Axel F. I gotta say, this was actually a pretty awesome fourth installment. This was actually surprisingly pretty awesome. And I think I'm one of those people who actually enjoyed it and liked it. And of course, and I think this movie also proves that Eddie Murphy can still be funny in some ways, and maybe even most ways too. Because maybe this movie can prove that Eddie Murphy can still be funny. Yeah, of course, yeah, and my dad still thinks he's funny, and yeah, and also what saved this movie is that the movie's rated R, yeah, and I'm actually glad Eddie Murphy's back to doing R-rated films again, because he hasn't really been in that much R-rated films since Shrek came out. Because ever since Shrek came out, Eddie Murphy's been in like a lot of family comedies that are PG rated or PG-13. Yeah, and of course, 1,000 Words was his last movie before he semi-retired from act. Well, not really semi-retired. It's just his career was going downhill at the time. But ever since he came back to acting, it's been slowly getting a little bit better. But And so he decided to return as Axel Foley in the new Axel F. Beverly Hills Cop film. And overall, Beverly Hills Cop Axel F. was actually pretty awesome. And I will say, this is actually the second best Beverly Hills Cop film since the first one. And of course, we all know the theme song by Harold Faltermeyer, Axel F. Yeah, at least it's still better than the Crazy Frog cover. Like, you know, Crazy Frog. Yeah, I find that version annoying. I bet you guys agree with me. But I think as for the action sequences here, they were pretty fine and all. They were pretty fun, of course. They were pretty entertaining when it comes to the action sequences here. And although one of my positives I have with the third Beverly Hills Cop from 1994, the third one, I did like the concept. I did like the Wonder World amusement park concept. I like the concept of the Wonder World amusement park. The Wonder World theme song was actually written by the Sherman Brothers. In case, you know, the Sherman Brothers who used to work with Walt Disney. Yeah, so that's very interesting. But I think as for this movie, I think this movie mainly focuses on Axel F. Like, you know, Axel Foley, like how he's and how, like, you know, it's like he's trying to like solve a conspiracy theory and all that. He's trying to solve a crime. Yeah. And unlike the previous three films, the theme song, the theme song, like Axel F. only plays like a handful of times. And yeah. But and I think the acting performances here, I think Eddie Murphy's still awesome as Axel F. You know, Eddie Murphy's still funny, and it looks like he's enjoying himself. And let's see. Oh yeah, other actors that were in Beverly Hills Cop Axel F. I know Kevin Bacon was in it too. Kevin Bacon played the villain of this film. I thought Kevin Bacon was also pretty good in the film. I like Kevin Bacon. And Joseph Gordon-Levitt was in the film too. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, he was good. And oh yeah, and of course, just like on Bad Boys Ride or Die, the Don Simpson / Jerry Bruckheimer logo with two lightning bolts striking each other, that logo is still retained in this film. Just like on Bad Boys Ride or Die, Bad Boys for Life, and Top Gun Maverick. Probably because I think Jerry Bruckheimer loved working with Don Simpson at the time before Don Simpson's death. And of course, I think newer films that are based on their work retains the old logo that had the lightning bolts striking each other, like Don Simpson, Jerry Bruckheimer Productions or Jerry Bruckheimer Films, because we know Jerry Bruckheimer Films has like the zooming down a road and a lightning bolt striking a tree, but that's Jerry Bruckheimer Films. Yeah, but aside from all that, Beverly Hills Cop Axel F was an awesome comeback to the franchise, and I'm gonna give this movie 4.5 out of 5 stars. So yeah, if you have Netflix and if you're interested in checking it out, then I say I recommend it. Oh yeah, and one more thing. I know this is a little off topic here in this review, but I just want to say that before watching Beverly Hills Cop Axel F, I actually watched all the Bluey mini episodes on Disney Plus. Yeah, they're all a 10 out of 10, like an S tier, 5 out of 5. And my favorite Bluey mini episode was actually the Muffin unboxing when Muffin Cupcake Healer was doing an unboxing video in the style of a YouTube channel video. Yeah, that was very funny. But I just wanted to point that out. So, overall, in the end, Beverly Hills Cop Axel F was an awesome comeback for Eddie Murphy as Axel Foley. And so that's going to be it for this review. And hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you're not subscribed yet, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. Make sure to like this video as well. With that being said, until next time, this is Mr. A. Crizzy saying goodbye, everybody, and that's about it.